Top 10 craziest Meghan Markle interview moments that proved she was toxic. Starting off with number 10, activism. Many people started to believe Meghan's actions are more performative than true advocacy. If you want to go and do something to help an underdeveloped region, is it necessary to bring cameras with you to record you doing a good deed? Meghan might be onto something, and we're starting to think the bigger picture is to show people she is a good person who helps others while simultaneously using her status to get her way. Other times the cameras have been an issue is during the Docu Series when the couple was called out for using a royal family approved picture of them walking to prove a point about them being hounded by paparazzi. On top of all this, Harry drew a comparison between Meghan and his mother, the late Princess Diana, which, you guessed it, rubbed people the wrong way. It caused an outrage, with some calling the comparison disgraceful and disrespectful, but the tea is that the use of these clips has led several former royal aides to hit out at Harry and Meghan, according to The Telegraph, who say the couple did not experience any incidents of press intrusion in any way comparable to Diana. Number 9, acting. Now, we all know Meghan was an actress before she stepped down to become an activist and the Duchess of Sussex. So we can't help but wonder why her reasoning to step down from royalty had to do with an overwhelming amount of media attention when she was subject to that throughout her acting career. What are your thoughts on this? Is it valid, or do you think she's lying and hiding something? Number 8, the Docu Series. We have all seen, or at least heard about, the 6-part Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan, and let me tell you, the tea on these two, especially Meghan, is hotter than ever. While it was back in 2020 that the couple stepped down from the throne to live a life away from the royal responsibilities to have a quiet and normal life, we can't help but question why everything they've been doing is the exact opposite of quiet. The internet has been up in flames over Meghan's behavior in the docu-series, and some feel as if it should just be titled Meghan because of her dramatic approach to topics that some do not feel deserved a whole series, especially if they wanted a life away from the press and media. Body language experts have revealed that Meghan's behaviors and actions show her as a manipulative narcissist who is using Harry's vulnerability against him and controlling him to do everything she wants. Others believe she wanted to step away from the royals because she was unable to control the narrative of the British press. That is some drama, but let me know what you think in the comments. On to number 7, not caring to learn about the royal life. During an interview with Oprah, Meghan claimed she knew nothing about the life she was set to live with the love of her life, Prince Harry. But according to a well-placed source, that was a blatant lie. Prince Harry and brother William's private secretary at the time had created an organized folder with information and contacts to help Meghan in this transition into royal life, but clearly she didn't care to learn any of it, and on top of that, accused the palace of not directing her through this journey. Sounds like a you problem, Meghan. Another lie she had orchestrated was about not having her niece invited to the wedding, which she had said was guidance through the palace, when in reality the press team was desperate for Meghan to have more family and friends at the wedding. But she simply didn't want Ashley. She simply didn't want Ashley exposed to the media. Number 6, back to the Oprah interview. After the infamous Oprah interview dropped back in 2021, the couple has been accused of prolific lying, with lies being told about racism, among other things. People can't help but wonder what is the truth and what is being exaggerated. After getting an award for heroism, royal expert Angela Veen has spoken about how they did not deserve it because of the things that were said in the interview. If you haven't watched the interview, there have been endless criticisms on many things that have happened throughout the interview, from questionable body language to over-dramatic recalls of personal situations. She brought up how she hasn't gotten any help with her mental health, which many were also quick to call out by saying that was fake news. I mean, Meghan, how many times do you plan on talking about your life that you so badly want to keep private and to yourself? But number 5, mockery. Meghan mocking royal traditions. Now, as many know, there is a scene in the series that shows Meghan doing an overly dramatic take of the royal courtesy she was to do when she met the Queen. As she's laughing it up, look over to Harry and notice his reaction. He's staring at her as if he's annoyed with her mocking something that is part of his tradition. Interesting. Seeing as he is uncomfy by the mockery, it is definitely not a good look for Meghan at all. Other than the mockery, there have been several instances where Meghan chose to do what she preferred rather than respecting the rules of the royal family. Meghan's critics would say it was presumptuous of her to think that the centuries-old monarchy would suddenly change up its operations because of a newcomer. Meghan is not known to be someone who is going to change herself just to please the people around her. There was a conversation where Meghan had to be reminded that she and Harry were not as high on the royal hierarchy because Harry is only 6th in line to the throne, while William will become king. Number 4, natural for Meghan, uncomfy for Harry. Being an actress, Meghan appears to understand the media attention. Since she, along with the rest of the world, knows that Harry has vocalized his dislike for the media attention, there are theories that Meghan is loving it. To be fair, Prince Harry has gotten much more attention throughout his life, so she has to remain on the same page as Harry and make sure the public can see she isn't liking it either. Number 3, political. Protocol says no politics. William is doing bits in making a difference even from his political views, but when Meghan does it, the media goes crazy. Sounds fair. On the royal couple's website, Archwell, a picture is posted with Meghan Markle showing off her voting sticker to urge Americans to vote on midterm election day in November 2022. The royal family members are supposed to be neutral in elections, so this is seen as a savage move since she is now part of the family. Number 2, no name tag. The annual royal race in Ascot has very strict dress code requirements. The female visitors of this prestigious event have to choose dresses with closed shoulders that are at least knee length. They're also supposed to wear elegant hats and special branded name tags. But during the 2018 race, Meghan Markle ignored these requirements for her name tag. Unlike other guests, the Duchess of Sussex didn't put a badge on her dress, but kept it in her hand instead. By the way, the only member of the royal family that doesn't have to wear a name tag is Queen Elizabeth. And number 1, breaking protocols. Here is an extensive list of times Meghan simply decided to not follow protocol. She has worn dresses of a shorter length than other royal members usually wear. The couple's wedding was not on a weekday, which is royal tradition. While on their South African tour, the couple made a request to only be referred to as Harry and Meghan instead of with the royal titles, and the two of them are regularly seen showing PDA, such as hugging and holding hands in photographs taken by paparazzi. She wore Dior to Archie's christening, even though the royal mother typically wears a piece by a British designer. The couple announced baby Archie's birth on the gram, even though traditionally the news of a royal baby is shared on a ceremonial easel outside of Buckingham Palace. Another real part of the royal family is not to voice any political views, but of course, Meghan has done that too. But that is all for today. I know, there's always more tea on Meghan. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more juicy royal updates and news on your favorite celebrities. And I'll catch you next time on The Rich Life.